Alright, and hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and welcome to another one of these said topic related videos. And today I'm going to go and talk to you guys about the top 5 favorite Nintendo GameCube games. And now I do have a couple of honorable mentions as well, so we're going to go and start off with that first. So let's get ourselves right into the first of these said honorable mention games, and that is going to be with the Nintendo Game Boy Player. And if you are somebody like me that has grown up throughout the GameCube era of this time, having a Nintendo Game Boy Player was really cool, and having that little type of set accessory underneath the GameCube, and then be able to go and put in anything of like Game Boy Color, or even Game Boy Advance games into there, and having it a much more larger format compared to just using the handheld was really awesome. Like I remember when I went and played around with the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and if you guys did go and ever check around within the said top 10 of my favorite Game Boy Advance games, that was one of those said games that I actually did go and play in a much more larger scale, because if you guys don't know, that game, you could kind of technically say it was somewhat of a console as well too, because it was like in a hybrid type of style where you were able to kind of switch between both from having playing on the actual said GameCube well, basically for your TV, or you can go and just play it just directly within your handheld to kind of take it around with you within any type of place. But anyways, this is something, if you are a video game collector, or if you are somebody that is interested about getting something like this, I do highly suggest it. It's really cool, and I really do enjoy that Game Boy Player a lot. Now, coming up next, within the next honorable mention, is going to be with my very first Japanese title GameCube game that I went and have for my collection, and that is with Mr. Driller Drill Land. And I do have to say that this game is really fun. I did go and play it on my channel for a little bit as a Proxify plays, and we kind of dabbled into with like some of the other different said mini games during that time. And I have to say that one of my favorite of those said type of mini game missions within Mr. Driller Drill Land was going to be that type of lights out mission or something like that, where you kind of had to like search for like different said light fixture items and try to drill those so they can have like more lights around within the actual said area, just to make sure to kind of keep yourself well lit before any of like well, I want to say any of those type of like creatures that kind of come out throughout the shadows will try to attack you. So that was really cool, and I enjoyed everything about within that type of game there. But for right now, let's just go and jump into the said top 5 of these said type of Nintendo GameCube games, and that is what I think you guys are more anticipated for to go and see. So let's go and do the very first one here, and that is going to be with Luigi's Mansion 1. And this is a launch title, of course, for the Nintendo GameCube itself, and I remember going and playing throughout here in Luigi's Mansion 1 just within the channel alone, and also back when I went and played it before. I really did enjoy the whole Luigi aspect of him becoming like somewhat of like a Ghostbuster, sucking up different said ghosts and all that things. From there, I really did enjoy battling through the different said family member ghosts that were around within the house, like having to go after the different type of ghost baby that was there, and having to dodge through all those that type of big, huge, gigantic, like I want to say like those soccer ball things, or even any of those type of like carousel stuff they had to go and dodge around with. I know that there was like some other type of interesting other said bosses as well too that was also in there. But if you are somebody that has never really went and played through the very first said Luigi's Mansion, there is also a 3DS version as well, the remastered one, which I've also done on my channel, and that one's also really cool too, and you get to play it in a much more type of better resolution compared to the actual said GameCube version for it. But either way, both of them are really great, and I do suggest on getting one of those if you do want to go and play through Luigi's Mansion. Now, up next is that I do have a said type of split within these, but this is from the Pokemon generation type of GameCube era type of stuff that's going to happen here. We got ourselves with both with Pokemon XD, and then of course we also got ourselves with Pokemon Colosseum 2. Now, I have to say, both of these two games are absolutely fun with each other, and I enjoy through the storyline, going through the Ore region, having to go and battle throughout, like with Team Cypher, and also getting to go and meet up with all these different legendary Pokemon to go and try to pick up as well too. And I really hope that one day, because I know that a genuine seniority, I believe the people that are actually behind these type of games are still active to this day. but hopefully at some point we can at least get another one of these said type of shadow Pokemon games, because it would just work so perfectly just to kind of have like another said type of spin-off title to go and use for any of the other said type of generation of Pokemon that would be here. And now, mind you, also too, you can't forget that within the said type of two games that are here for Colosseum and XD, you did also have a functionality to go and use your Game Boy link cable that you do have for the GameCube connected to your Game Boy Advance, and you can actually use some of your Pokemon from your storage from, like, I want to say, like from Fire Red or Leaf Green or any of the other said Generation 3 games, and you can play directly right off from your actual said Game Boy right onto the actual big screen and do multiplayer battle stuff with your friends and whatnot. And that was really cool, and I have been thinking about doing a video at some point within there just to go and have that type of relive of some of those memories again back in the good old days for that. But yeah, so that is what my top 4 for what the number 4 spot is within everything here of the Nintendo GameCube. Now, coming up next, we actually do have is the Metroid Prime series, and oh boy, I have to say the Metroid Prime series is such a fun type of like Metroid game to get on into with. If you are somebody that has not really dabbled into the Metroid games before, this is something that I highly suggest to you yourself to get into. And if you guys don't know, Metroid Prime 4 is literally just coming right around the corner, and I know that I'm very much hyped. Hopefully you guys are as well too. I'm glad that Nintendo has finally started to bring around with Metroid again. I know that we just got Metroid Dread a little while back, so, and then I believe we also got, I think, something of like a Metroid Prime type of remaster as well within that same type of way within the Nintendo Switch, so very cool. And hopefully we can at least get those type of other said remasters for Metroid Prime 2 and also with Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, because those would be looking pretty nice hopefully on the Nintendo Switch 2 or even on the Switch 1, depending on how everything goes within all of that. But if you haven't really wanted to play through these type of games yet on the GameCube, highly suggest it. I believe there is also a trilogy series for the Wii version as well, but it is a little bit more costly. Now, coming up next, we do have the number 2 spot here. This is going to be with Super Mario Strikers. I do have to say that Mario Strikers is such a fun game, and I really did enjoy throughout the said type of series within there, except for Battle League. Battle League wasn't really my favorite, but the first 2 games, I do have to say both Charged and also Original Strikers are really fun. I have to say that this is more, I want to say, in like a professional type of standard of way of playing Super Mario Strikers, because like without you having like all the different charge abilities and all that stuff that was going on in Mario Strikers Charge, you kind of had your own type of like set of play style that you kind of had here within this game. And like, let me just say that me and my friend Kevin, we enjoyed this game a lot, and we spend a lot amount of hours just trying to like be like super good within this game and whatnot. And I really did enjoy having to go and play through each of the different set type of areas to go to. I really did enjoy, I think, what was it, the Conga Coliseum? That one was really fun. And let's just go and move into the next one. So here we go. This is going to be the last said type of game for the top 5 of said Nintendo GameCube games. And this is going to be right here, is going to be, of course, with the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. Now, I believe there was only like a limited amount of like Legend of Zelda Collector's Editions when this game was coming around, because I believe you needed to like have like some sort of Nintendo Power type of subscription. And I'm really lucky to have one of these, to be honest with you. And to have one of these type of said Collector's Editions for this was really neat. You were able to go and play like both with Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. Now, basically Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask here in the GameCube side of things was the very first time that I actually got myself into the whole like Zelda franchise, because playing Ocarina of Time from the GameCube was really cool. And even though I never really got to experience it all that too much on the N64, to see it here was really nice. And then I believe you also were able to get like one of the set type of NES games, or I think 2 actually. I think you got both Zelda 1 and Zelda 2. And I played a little bit of Zelda 1 before on here as well too, which that was really nice. And then you also did get the edition for the set type of Wind Waker demo before it was like slowly coming around the corner, which that was also really nice. But anyways, I'm going to go and end it off here for today. I'll be seeing you guys in the next one for when we go and do another one of these type of top 5 or top 10 of one of these type of game consoles. I might possibly go and do PS1, I think, next, which I think that's what's going to happen later. But I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace.